Hello, guys. Welcome back to us. We are Sunday Podcast, and today we are gonna talk about probabilistic thinking with our, uh, you know, uh, the candidate of master student called Muhammad Aulia Adilmur Tito,
Hello guys.
and yeah, there is our friends Haskuchi or Renya Yushak
Hello.
that controls the uh, recording of our YouTube. And maybe Aulia Adil, you can start your speech from now.
All right.
Speech.
Okay. So, you can see in the screen, right? It is about probabilistic thinking. Now, first of all, let's talk about what is probabilistic thinking. Well, there is an idea of probability, and probability means, so if I have to write it, probability means proportion. All right. It's like proportion. For example, if we have um, 100 people, like this whole stuff is 100 people. Now, if it turns out the probability of something, let's say the probability of a male in this group is 60%, it means that there will be 60% proportion of men in here. And of course, 60% times 100 will be 60. And assuming that there are only two genders, for the female will be 40 people. Okay, so back again, probability is about proportion. Now, when we when we have the proportion of a group, we could make a better prediction. Like if we know it is more likely in that group to be a male, then we could make prediction that if if we have to throw like a stone in a random direction, the the one who will get the stone should be more likely to be a male, right? Because there are more males than the female.
Mm.
So we could make a good prediction with probability. And now we talk about thinking. Now, when we talk about thinking, basically it is about uh, making an estimation. So, in other words, if I have to, wrap it, probabilistic thinking basically um, estimate estimate the proportion in a group. But it is quite weird. But and I guess you already understand, the idea of probability before. Like it is likely the likelihood, like estimate the proportion in the group that also includes, but it's like I don't know, it's actually making an for the proportion in a group, for the proportion of something in a group. And the other one is making an estimation or uh, for the likelihood of an event. So I guess um, this is the idea of probabilistic thinking. I want to give you an example. I mean, one of the things that I really want to discuss is about, you know, um, what do you think about the probability, you know, the probability of street food vendor to practice a healthy method. Now, this one is it's one of the things that really make me curious. Like, I mean, it is hard to conduct an experiment, a statistical experiments. Like, we check, we buy one food and then we check whether it is healthy or not. Like, is there a formalin in there? Is there borax in there? And then it will be hard. But if we use probabilistic thinking to solve this question, just make an estimation about the probability of this statement to be true. Well, as for me, I guess it is very low, especially in the in the low class area for people in there, for trader in there to to implement a healthy practice in making a food. For example, maybe they use minyak jelantah. What is minyak jelantah? Oil, oil, repeated oil use, and then there is also like formalin, I guess, to make the food not expired. So I think,
As for products, maybe.
yeah, I mean,
Waste
I
cooking
mean, if I,
oil, used cooking
yeah,
oil.
yeah, that's also that could be used too. I mean, I think the probability of a street food vendor in a street, like if I saw a food vendor in street, I guess I'll have to guess it will be uh five, no, 2%. I'm sure 2% that he implements a healthy practice.
Just two
So,
percent of all street vendors that
yeah,
practice
I
uh,
guess
healthy food process, right?
for now, at least for my estimation, given my experience
Mm.
in yeah, and
So the
you see
probability you get sick from the street foods is really bigger, right? If you say just 2% that
yeah,
practice the healthy way,
yeah, I mean, the rest 98% doesn't implement doesn't implement this.
still pigeon standard.
Yeah, the healthy standard.
Dangerous.
And you see, there is research in America, in fact, and that's one of the things that makes me have this estimation also. So in America, according to a research in America, it said that people who eat from outside, from I kind of yeah, people who eat from outside sources, such as from like street vendor and so on, and restaurants, they are actually more likely to have uh, shorter lifespan.
Shorter lifespan. Okay.
Yeah, so people who eat from
Um, can catering be considered as the outsiders or
I think oh yeah, maybe the cases would be different, right? If like there sh- there is outside sources, and in those outside sources, maybe there are from street food, and then there is catering, and then there is restaurants. So there should be more group in there, right? And as for
or
catering,
but this research
actually,
just generalizes
yeah,
the outside sources, right?
I think for catering, I guess it doesn't include it in this research, from what I understand.
Okay.
So, in conclusion, I guess uh, if I have to use probabilistic thinking to guess this statement here, well, it will be 2%. Very low, especially in Indonesia. It should be lower than in America. So maybe I'm wrong, because it is just an estimation. But anyway, that's my what I have in mind. So that's what probabilistic thinking.
So
Now,
to be to clarify, is it like making educated guess based on previous research,
not based previous research actually, but previous experience.
previous experience? All right.
Yeah, like from what you get, uh yeah, from your experience, from
Mm,
what you see in
An
the media,
experience.
for example. From what you see in media, I mean, media itself is quite funny, I guess I'm going to discuss it later.
all right. So based
So
on
one of
previous experience.
yeah so so one of the key ideas in probabilistic thinking is by thinking that every decision is a gamble. i
Okay,
mean
so we gamble every day.
I mean, if we when we make a decision, we hope a certain outcome to be true, right? I know a certain outcome to be
Outcome
happen,
is
to be happen.
desirable.
Yeah, we want a desirable outcome when we make a decision, right?
Yeah.
But we have to accept that there should be a slight chance that the outcome doesn't come out, and that's why decision is a gamble. Also, the probability for a certain decision is very very high. Like my probability to take this pen, it should be 0.9999999, unless there is a meteor when I want to take it. uh, it should be very very unlikely, or a certain interceptor when I want to move this pen. So anyway, we have to think that every decision is gamble. But gamble here, the definition of gamble here, of course, a certain outcome could happens, and a certain and the opposite outcome could also be happening. And when we gamble, we put a values, we put a resource on that decision. And in decision, it will be either our energy or our time. So anyway, it is by thinking that our decision is a gamble, especially a big decision. And then one of the other ideas that this probabilistic thinking has is the idea of conditional probability. Now, this idea of conditional probability means that given a certain condition, what's the probability of this event happens? Like, for example, given today's is cloudy, like the sky is dark, what's the probability that today will be raining?
Mm,
So I'm sure Andy understand what I mean,
yeah.
because he is a computer student too. So like, if given that right now it's raining, like right now raining, you know, no, no, no. Given that right now is cloudy, cloudy, like dark cloud. Yeah, dark cloud. I don't know how to say it. Mendung. What is mendung in English?
Cloudy,
Uh,
of course.
Cloudy. I
Was
guess
simply
cloudy.
dark only, I think.
Dark sky. Given the sky is dark, so sky is dark. Now the probability to be raining would be like, I guess, will be 80%, right? But if given that today is sunny, like
Sunday, yes.
sunny,
Clear.
you know, the probability for raining would be so low, right? Like, I mean, it would be 10%.
Mm.
So
Little plum.
th- yeah, this idea of conditional probability. So we could make a good guess given our current condition. For example, again, is that given my current condition, like right now, what's the probability for me? Okay, so first of all, uh, I got uh, uh, you know, I have just accepted into an magister program, right? So given my condition that I have accept that I got accepted in that program, what's the probability for me to be a scientist? Now it should be higher than, given I'm just a bachelor student. What's the probability for me to be a scientist? Now it should be higher for me because I'm already accepted into the that uh, magister program rather than just a bachelor program.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
what I want to emphasize again is that when we make probabilistic, when we make an estimation of a probability, we should also consider our current condition. That's what conditional probability means in here.
Hmm.
All right. Now the next idea about probabilistic thinking is about expected value. Now expected value means that when we have so we make a decision, we make a gamble, we make a decision, right? And then for example, maybe we want to make an investment, business, like we want to make a food business, beverage business or whatever. So first of all, we estimate the probability of the success. I mean, uh, maybe it's so low, maybe 10%. And then, in order for us to make that certain investment, I guess I'm gonna have to. It will be better if I write it out. So I mean, let's say we want to make a decision to make an investment. Now, this investment has 10% probability for success. However, it means that the probability of it to be um, failed to fail is 90%. Now, when we want to make that investment, we will lose, let's say, 10 million rupiah.
Well, is it based on the fake or you just
Yeah, just an
get it?
estimation. Yes, I mean
Mm.
that's an investment, and then we make a estimate estimation for the probability, and then we estimate that the chance for us to success is 10%, and the chance to fail is 90%, and the investment costs 10 million rupiah, or 10 million
Okay, okay.
too 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 sh- too too small. Maybe 10
So our
uh,
aim is to make sure that the whether the investment worth it or not, right?
yes, that's right. However, if we succeed, we could get 10 billion rupiah. Now, it seems at first that, um, well, you see, if we use the idea of expected value, we should know that if in long terms, this one should be the um, no, the what is it, the end result should be uh, should be converge to 1 billion, right? I mean the expected value is 1 billion. So on the other hand, this one, 10% times 10 means 1 billion, and as for this one, it will be 90 million. So as you can see here, this one is a loss, and this one is um, a gain. Now, if we want to make an expected value from this idea, it should be expected value. It should be 1 billion uh, subtracted by 90 million. Now it should be around, I guess, 1 billion
Minus
is
89.
like
Oh,
nine,
it's 8 billions, right? Okay.
yeah, million. It should be around this number, right? Okay, so if we use the idea of exact value in probabilistic thinking, well, we have to expect that in our first try, we are more likely to fail, and so the second, and so the third, and so the fourth. We will always fail, but at a certain point, we will win a big, we will win a big
A big
time,
deal.
yeah, big deal, and we won 10 billion. So all the loss at first, all the losses at first, it will be
Covered.
covered, yeah,
Even
covered
out.
by our success, by this 10% success, because yeah, you get what I mean, right? So our loss, it will be covered by this 10% success. Now, therefore, when we want to make an investment, we have to make sure that we have so many ammunition in our investment. So, given this, uh, this idea of investment, it means that we cannot, when we are, when in our saving we only have 100 million rupiah, we shouldn't take this investment, because
Why,
as
why?
because at the first try we are more likely to fail, right?
Okay, so what we should do is that we need to expense our capital first before we jump to the
Yeah,
investment.
yeah, that's right. So we have, we could take this investment, we could take this investment only if we have 1 billion rupiah in our saving, because if we have 1 billion rupiah, we have the room for mistakes, we have the room for failure. We could fail over and over, but when the time comes, we will win a big time, we will win 10 billion rupiah. So that's why, um just one winning, just and one win could could you know could cover up all the mistakes that we have.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, this is
uh
why rich people tend to be richer again because of
yeah, they have more
their,
ammunition.
yeah, more ammunitions called
Yeah,
capital.
yeah, I mean, Andra, you could fail uh uh uh
Yes, yes.
1,000 times in business, but if you win just one business, and it is a big,
If I strike for one only, it could be you know, the the greatest point I
yeah,
created. Yes,
yeah, that's right. So I mean, you only have to
greatest
win
point.
one times that really really big, and it could cover all your mistake, all your past mistakes. So say that you fell 1,000 times in business, and all your families like condemn you,
Yeah, the
like
problem is
blame
that
you.
when when we are in the previous scenes, when we always fail, the pressure of you know the time where we got failed is really unbearable, right? Do you know what
Yeah,
I mean? It's really not not all people will bear or strive for that conditions. Most of them will simply give up and give in, surrender, offer their failure
that's
simply
right, that's right.
because of the mentality problem.
So I mean is that, um the first key takeaway from expected value is that when you have saving, don't spend all of them in a one-time investment, because that
Ah,
the
yes,
first
yes.
try in the first try you are more likely to fail. So you have
Okay, so
to,
yes, yes, I got it. So what we need to do is that we need to play in the small scale of investment, right? At the first, when we
yeah,
have
yeah,
small capital.
you could say that, like, it depends on how many, yeah, if you have, like I said in here, if you have 1 billion rupiah, the ideal, I guess, it will be 100 million. I don't know, it depends on the probability too. I mean, if
Okay,
you have
okay.
a
Yeah,
certain
the ratio.
capital.
I mean, it's like one compared 10 or one compared to 100 of the ratio of
Yeah, I mean, the ratio
the.
itself is
Mhm.
depends on the, the success rate of the business. So so I mean, if
Okay.
you have this kind of saving capital, just spend one, and then one, because at a certain point,
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah, yeah.
just
I
don't
get
spend all of them on one try. That's bad idea.
at
That's a bad
once.
idea.
Don't
Yeah,
don't do
don't
it.
spend all of your saving on one investment because it would be
You will simply lose all of them.
yeah, that's right.
Yes,
And
yes.
the other thing that the key takeaway from expected value is that if you fail at the first time, uh just expect it, expect it that you will fail, but just believe that if you did over and over and over again, uh you would win. You would win at a certain points. But of course, you have to also think the gain from that bet, from that gamble. If you, if it turns out also you have 1,000 losses and one win, but that one win actually doesn't get a lot of gain, you're going to you you are actually having minus expected value. So that's the key takeaway
Yeah,
from
but
expected
well, I
value.
think when you got wins, it means that you don't really know whether your win will be worth it or not. Um, Before you try to take time first, every time takes time. So we need to wait and see whether it works or not in the very long term, right?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true. In real world, it will be so complex, and
yes,
yeah, it is
maybe
to
1 year is not enough
simplify.
for you to see the progress
Yeah, this is
in the
just
real
a
world.
simplifying. Just the key takeaway is just don't don't bet everything on one things, don't one investment, and also don't don't be too sad. Don't be too sad when you fail the first time or the second time or the fourth time. Just if you did long time enough, you will win at a certain points. That's the key takeaway from the idea of expected value.
I see, I see.
All right, and the one the one of the implementation of probabilistic thinking is Bayes theorem. So, you see, it is quite interesting if we implement Bayes theorem in stereotyping. I mean, imagine that. Uh, do you know about Detective Conan?
I know.
You know, right? And sometimes when you have a case, there is a suspect, and the suspect would be more than one people, right? It will be A, B, C, D, like pe- person A, person B, person C. You get
Mm.
what I mean, right?
Okay,
So,
okay.
imagine that we have a murder case, right? And then there are two person here now, like I mean, a person A and person B, A and B. So A is actually a white. I for question first, this isn't racist. I just want to state some. Uh, it is just. I guess it is quite. So I mean, so A is actually blue skin and B is red skin.
Mm.
So according to statistic, it turns out that red skin people are more likely to do crime, right?
Hmm.
So red skin
Skin
people
best
is,
ratio.
yeah.
Red close people.
Yeah,
Red skin. Then
I
yes,
guess
yes.
yeah, I guess I don't want to say specific race in this. So I guess just
Red clothes people. That
no, yeah, it is just a hypothetical. I mean,
scenario.
imagine
Mm.
in a certain planet, or I don't know, there are blue skin people and red skin people. So red skin people are more likely to commit crime than
Yes.
blue skin people. Now, given this murder case, the inspector, the police should be more
Sus.
should should be more suspicious to the red skin people, right?
Mm.
Because of that. I mean, however, if it turns out that in that certain areas, it turns out there are more blue people than red people. I mean, if I have to make like a calculation, I guess. I mean, um imagine that in a certain areas, 90% of the population is blue skin people, and then the 10% is red skin people, right? Now, according to the media, 90% of red skin people ever commit crime. Now, on the other hand, 5%, no, 20% of blue skin people commit crime, right in here. Now, but now, so the proportion should be this one and this one. So, according to this, box, to this square, the probability of a red skin people to commit crime will be this space here, which means 10 times 90. So it will be this square here. So 10 times 90 divided by uh, 10 itself, and plus this this square here is 90. So it will be 20 times 90. So it will be 9 plus 9 plus wait plus 19. So it will be 9 per 27. So it turns out the probability of um, red skin people to commit the to be the suspect, to be the culprit of that case, it turns out it will be one
Sure.
per third, or in other words, it should be around 133, right? And so this one is the probability for red skin people. However, if for the blue people, it turns out it will be 1 minus 0.33. So it will be 0.66. Now, according to this calculation, the police should be more suspicious to a blue skinned people rather than to the red skinned people, because the proportion, the population is more, the blue people are more bigger, are more lot, are more, yeah, more many, more bigger than the red skin people. Also, the crime rate for red skin people is higher.
Mm,
That's right.
but consider this, like the probability of red people commit this murder case is one third, right? And then the probability of blue people commit this murder case is two third, right? That's what you're saying,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But imagine in the real practical situation, like let's say there are 10 suspect, which is so that R means there are 10 there are 9 blue people and then one red people, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the probability of that one red guy is one third, but the other nine is two third. So isn't the red one is higher than the other based on this one? Like if we consider just each suspect,
So you see, so you say that there is 9 blue suspect and there is
one red
one
suspect.
red suspect.
Yeah. So
So
the base
because the red one is no 0.33 and
the rest of it like nine two third, right?
yeah,
Zero point 67.
oh yeah, that's a good. Wait wait a minute. You know, you make it harder, Ren, to for me to do the math.
I mean, that's you should be consider that like each like what I mean is this one red guy is the probability of this one red guy uh is higher than the other nine. But of course, in this scenario, like the chance of one of them being the the blue guy as a murderer is higher, of course, between the red guy because
Yeah.
there
There
are
are
many.
many blue
Mm.
people
But
than the
if
red
we
people.
consider each of them, like each one of them, like of course the red one will be higher.
Oh, I
Mm.
see. I see. I get
But
it.
the red is just one, right?
Yeah, because the red one is just only one guy, like but the other one, the blue people is has nine of them.
So you know, like if for one blue people, it should be like 2 per 27, right? Isn't it? And then plus 2 per 27. Or am I wrong?
No,
So
I don't. What?
wait. When is it? So I mean, uh, it will be like 2 per 27. So it will be um like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Two
At least yes,
27
something like that.
27 times 9,
Nine. Yeah.
like this, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
so
some equals
for
to
yeah.
yeah, equals to. So each one of the blue suspect is going to be two divided by 27. Each for the blue person
Yeah,
to be a murderer.
yeah.
But for the
So
red skin
for
one,
the police, yeah, that's right. For the police, uh, they still have to suspect all those blue people are more likely to
yes.
commit crime.
But
So, but for
what
individually,
mm, but if we ask which one is going to be the murderer, the blue guy or the red guy? Of course, it's going to be the blue guy because as a group,
yeah,
it
as
is
a
more
group, they are
likely.
more likely for them to commit crime
Right.
together.
Together.
Yeah,
Together.
it's so
Not.
clear when from the
This is.
the quantity, the blue guys have more, and when we talk about the quality, the probability of the blue guys that conduct murder is higher too. So yeah, the blue guys in conclusion maybe.
Okay. Okay, let's move on to the next concept of oh yeah, about making prediction. Now about making prediction. So I mean, this is quite cool. Okay, making prediction is one of the things that I really interested with. So so if you want to make a prediction, such as given um this you know a person like a person is um ranked as one in elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
What's the probability that this guy to be to be I mean to be accepted in I guess it is quite oh yeah, I get it. This guy to have a cum laude in university. I mean and also it's I kind of fake you, so
Given
oh
what?
yeah, I guess uh wait. Okay, I get it. So what's the probability of this guy to be also ranking one in high school? So we kind of make prediction, right? So you have on a younger brother, let's say, and then he is very smart in his elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
He got ranking one in his uh at the end of the elementary school. He got he is ranked one. Now you have to make a prediction. So so will what's the probability that he also will be uh also ranked as one in in the um in the high school, I guess. Yeah, I guess it should be like that. So
Mm.
so you make a prediction based on current condition of your younger brother. So people is just, well, um also, yeah, it should be high, like anyway, like I kinda really, but it's actually very cool. I got it from this book here,
Can it
thinking
be
fast.
written in the exact quantity, like percentage, like you did before, or just assuming that this person A, eh, okay, this guy will get um ranked one also in high school later.
Mm.
All right. So you see, I guess it should be like, um so yeah. So okay, I'll just gonna straight to it. So first of all, if you want to make a prediction, you have to um know the base rate of that prediction. Now, for example, given a person given a person to be rank one in high school, it should be like um 0.point no 0 point, no, like 0.1%, right.
I mean,
I,
sure.
What?
I mean, the probability of someone
Yes.
probability of someone to be rank one is 0.1. I mean, if there are 100 people, 100 students in that batch, the probability of someone to be rank one is 0.1, 0.01, right? Right?
Yes. I
Okay.
say.
However, your younger brother, he got rank one in his elementary school. So, given that actually he got rank one, then you could make a better prediction for him. So you could add some degree. So maybe you kind of improve it into 0.1. So his probability to be ranked one in high school is 0.1, because there is given information. It is a condition, another information that could add up in. However, if your younger brother, it turns out that he is ranked 30 in his elementary school, ranked 30. Now, instead of 0.01, he should be lower than 0.01. It should be 0.001 instead.
Yeah,
Because,
it should be divided again by the
yeah, by
like
the fact that he is actually have a lower rank
yeah.
yeah, that's why.
So we can put the additional variable into this
Yeah, that's right.
calculation,
Yeah,
right?
information, when we want to make a
Yes,
prediction, we should consider another information that,
another outside
yeah,
informations
yeah,
given. Yes.
given that.
The more information we got, the more accurate we have. The prediction. Is that what you mean?
Now, that's a good question, Ran. That's a very good question. Some information are stronger than other information, right? So if in this case, an information that he is ranked the younger brother is ranked one in elementary school is stronger than if that brother is actually a captain in football.
Yes,
So
yes.
the fact that the this your younger brother is a football captain, it actually doesn't really correlate correlate correlate
Correct.
yeah,
Yeah,
correlate with the the idea of being ranked one in high school.
yeah, maybe although it's gonna be useful for other calculation, but in the sections, yeah, it's
Yeah,
not really matter.
yeah.
Mm.
In making a prediction about ranking, academic ranking, the idea of um, yeah, captain football sports, it doesn't really strong as it isn't as strong as the idea of rank one in elementary school. Now,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now this one is noise. Noise is actually quite interesting. Now, noise is very interesting. So, the author of this book, Thinking Fast and Slow, see, this one is actually a legendary book in decision making. And the author, Daniel Kahneman, has a second book, and the title is Noise. Now, in the book that's titled Noise, it is actually human when making a prediction decision. They are, um, they are being uh, influenced by his environment. For
Mm,
example, if his
I
mood
see, I see.
is bad, the prediction would be different than when he has a good mood. So, in order to uh, counter this this effect, this occasion, this noise. So yeah, this noise. When making a decision, people should do it um, with many people. So we have so many people, and those people should make a prediction for a certain outcome. And then after everyone has made their own estimation, then we average those estimation. Now, the average of that estimation is a better prediction for that outcome. For example, let's do it with the metro that I've gave you before. Okay, so um okay,
So noise here means the environment you are working with.
noise here means no noise here means that when
The effect of environment.
individually want to make a prediction or a decision, we are actually being influenced by the noise, and the noise is such as our mood or maybe our priority or maybe our bias.
Perspective.
Yeah, it's so there are noise when we want to make a prediction, and in fact, by that book, uh, it is it turns out that when a computer make a prediction, it will be more better than human because
Okay, okay, okay.
computer doesn't influence it by noise. They are
Wait,
just following formulas. So yeah,
data, data. Yes.
yeah, they are just following the information like uh that information apa adanya, what is just as it is, just as it is.
All
They
right.
are just having the
Only
information
yes.
as it is, and then they put it into a formula, and then the output is the prediction. However,
Yeah,
when
actually, human can do that work, but as yeah, noise will come up in our
yeah,
lives that uh, distract us to make an accurate decision.
yeah,
I think like that.
I mean,
Yes.
when we want to make, let's say we are an HRD, we are an HR, and we want to hire a person. Now, if it turns out that person to be attractive, maybe we have more likely to hire him than the person who isn't attractive, right? I mean that's the idea that she is
Although the
attractive.
skills are the same between of them.
Yeah, also that the skill are the same. Maybe because she is more attractive, it could influence our judgment, our decision. But if it is a computer, the computer just following the formula. So
Mm,
maybe the objective information such as whether he is on time or not, or whether he has a good track
yeah.
record or not, just following the formula. So yeah. So I mean, if okay, so have you opened the wait, uh please open um the metro, like here, and then okay, have you guys opened the metro? All right, have you please open
Uh,
it,
yeah, hold
like
on.
all right. So okay, so now let's make a guess.
All
For
right.
example, what's the probability that um this video, this podcast would reach 100 views in 1 month? Make probability estimation for that. I'll also make one too, but of
In
course because it would
percent,
be yeah, you could in percents. That's right. So let's make in 1 month the probability for this video, given our usual, given our usual way, we don't share it, we just have it. What's the probability
Oh,
that it will reach
we
100
cannot share
views?
it. We don't share
Yeah,
our
like
video.
we used to, we used to do it. We just do it, and then just
Mm.
okay, we put our hands up. Yeah, just make that probability.
Do we put hashtags in the lower section in the descriptions?
What?
Do we put has any hashtag in description of our video?
No. Just
Oh,
just a
yeah,
prediction, right?
yeah, yeah. Just
50%.
okay. Have you done?
I
Are you done?
hold on. Just I'm gonna check something.
So
uh,
Oh,
I guess
no, no.
oh, we,
Okay,
we
I'm
cannot
done.
see
I'm done. I'm
the
done.
we cannot see the other not right or
yeah. Nah. That's one thing that's really quite.
in Metro
So
Metro.
when we want to make like a crowd decision, we have to make it independent as possible. So your decision are based on your understanding, and
Mm.
it isn't influenced by Randy's uh, answers, and that's why your answer should be independent from others.
But Aulia Adil could you still see the both of them?
No, no, I cannot see your your answer.
Oh, okay, so how can we determine?
Okay, so have you done making the estimation?
Yes, I've
Yeah,
done.
I'm done.
You're done. Okay, let's take a look at together. What?
How can?
Who?
Oh,
Who make is 50%, man? So mine is actually 0.01%.
Oh, that's yeah. I guess.
So now
I,
now when we want to make a decision, we have to uh
okay.
combine
I
it
mean, one
together.
100 views is not really hard, right?
I mean, we don't share it, man. Like please take a look at my live streaming. I guess there
Oh,
are
I
no.
haven't I mean reviewed it for deeper.
I mean, there are no videos that that passes 100 views in 1 month,
Mm.
and that's why I'm really hesitate to. Yeah, so 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 when we make a crowd decision, I guess we should make wait, let me count the three for and then 0.01, and then -3. So actually it is 17.97% that
Mm.
this video would reach. But also I think uh, Andra's number is an outlier, and yeah,
Yes,
are you agree, Ren?
I'm kind of
a
agree.
little bit
I
different.
agree. Like 50% is so high, man. I mean, if I make two videos, one of them would be more like likely to reach. So so yeah. So another thing that we could use of noise is that making a prediction about a deadline, like what's the probability that this project would finish in 1 weeks, right? So we have a certain group project, and then three of us want to make a prediction when will it will be finished. So we think to ourselves, when will this project will be finished? And then I said that uh, I I said it will be in 10 days, and Radia said it will be in 15 days, and then Andra said it will be in 13 days. Now, after we have those numbers, we back again we combine it by averaging it, and then that average would be around
Okay.
I
So
guess
it should
20
be in
days.
numbers in order to make the
Yeah,
prediction.
yeah, is noise. Yeah, that's right. So a crowd decision is usually more better
Hmm.
when we want to make a decision. Okay. So then, yeah, there are still a few more, I guess. It is both rare event and luck. I guess
Yeah.
I'll make it
Okay, but
fast.
yeah,
Okay, so rare event,
time
about rare event,
is
I'll make
running
it
out.
fast. So about rare event, now the idea of my having a long-term dream is for me is not ideal. Like for example, I want to become a president, like a president. Now, if I want to become a president, there are certain steps that I have to follow through, right?
Hmm.
I have to become a governor. I also have to become a mayor, and I also have to become, I don't know. So I guess, imagine there are only three steps. Now, for me to be a mayor, it will be 0.9%, for example, and then given I have become a mayor, the probability for a governor is 0.5%. Now, given I'm a president, the probability is 0.2%. Now, if we have to calculate all of this, it will be 0.9 times 0.5 times 0.2.
Hmm.
It will be 0.09%, 6%. So if I have a dream to be a president right now, it will be so low, and I'm very likely to change my dreams rather than that president dreams. That's why if you want to make a prediction, it will be better if you just make it as short as possible, like only for tomorrow, or like at most it only for weeks. Don't make it too long, because it is very likely not happen. Yeah, so the future prediction is more likely to be not happening, because this idea, it has to follow through a certain outcome, and that outcome has their own probabilities.
Pardon. So should we make our projects as soon as possible? Maybe for now and tomorrow. I should be count it as the higher probability in order to make the the later the later days higher make have I mean have higher percentage, right?
What, can you please repeat?
Like you need to execute your actions soon as possible in order to increase the percentage of your dreams.
Oh,
For
well,
example, like you you intended to open business, and the first step you need to do is that you need to research about
market.
the product
Yeah,
as well
product
as
and market,
your uh,
consumer.
market. Yes,
Well,
and it should be conducted as soon as possible if you want
yeah.
to increase the percentage
So if you are bring
in
it
your
to
business.
the context of rare event, well, yeah, that's actually, yeah, actually that's not really rare event. I mean, I mean, yeah, what you say is true. You should conduct research and so on because it will improve our probability to have a successful business. But anyway, it is about rare even. No, no, no. Actually, after I think about it, it should be about luck in here. Yeah, it
So,
should be about
can you
luck. So if
repeat the main point? Like,
apa? What?
repeat your main point in this rare event. Like, the longer we predict, the lower the chance that the
No, no, no,
prediction
no.
will
I
happen.
think it should be about luck. So I mean, if my current, it should be about luck actually. So
Or
it's
so
different.
all of the calculations should bow in luck, right?
Yeah. So, uh, for me right now to be a president,
Hmm.
it should be luck. So luck is very high.
Unpredictable.
Luck is play a big role. I mean, imagine
Okay.
that a certain president to be a president, it isn't, you know yeah, that luck plays a right role in in making a certain, so people who becomes a president, uh it is he is just lucky, I guess.
Okay. So based on your states, how do you define luck? Do you define luck as the uh, variable outside our calculations that disrupts all of
So
our
I mean, luck is more likely like
outcome?
a very low probability, but it happens. So you have a 0.1 probability
Hmm.
to for an event to happens, but it it happens that 0.1. So you are lucky. That's
Mm.
the definition of luck. Yeah, I
As
guess.
long as you have intentions to get certain levels of points, you have 0.01%
And
of luck.
actually, luck is also also for good outcome. Luck is for a good outcome.
Mm.
So a good outcome, and the probability that for a good outcome to happen, it is luck. But
Mm.
anyway, I guess it is lastly it's about rare event. Now rare event is something like uh, yeah, for us to think that it will be, Europe actually, they are thinking that it is very likely for a terrorist to beat to make a scene in their city, like to kill them. So those European people are so scared about terrorists, but actually, terrorist event is very rare, and it is more likely for those European people to die in car accidents and so on. However, because they are, being the media is just throwing out the information about terrorists over and over and over again, they tend to overweight,
Thinking.
yeah, no, not overthinking, but overweight the probability of red event. Also, the statistic states that it is less likely for a terrorist event happens. So anyway, we should, about rare event, we should we could counter the overweighting of rare event with probabilistic thinking. So I guess that's what I want to explain here. I
Right.
know it's quite.
However, I wanna add, yeah, over yeah what Adil has said, and yeah, it's all true according to my mind. And then what I wanna put is that yeah, I've ever heard that Sandiaga Uno has said in a podcast that luck uh, could be raised up, of course, in terms of percentage by doing something that promotes or support our visions as well. Yeah, maybe that's what I want to say.
Hmm.
I see. All right, Randia, is there something that you want to say?
I guess not. I kinda like lose what you mean on the rare event and luck, because how fast that you, not how fast, like how yeah, like how fast you talk, but I think luck is just well, I mean your I don't know how to define it, but luck is just inherent property, I guess. But of you, to be honest, between this sense of probability. But I don't understand the rare even part. Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
So I mean, human tends to overweight the
Hmm.
probability of a rare event.
Overweight,
So yeah,
overestimate
overweight.
or underestimate?
Yeah, overestimate, I guess.
All right.
Estimate maybe.
Overestimate. That's right.
Hmm.
Like for example, people in California, they think that, hey, maybe I should change my place because in California it is very likely for an earthquake to happen. But
Oh.
actually, when they want to move to another place, it is more likely for them to have a car accident rather than to die from an earthquake. So yeah, those
Ah,
Californian people shouldn't move because it is very
yeah,
unlikely
yeah.
for them to have an earthquake again in
Oh.
their lifetime.
Consider this Haskuti, like Indonesia is renowned as the most prone country to get earthquake, right?
Yes.
And other global citizens maybe fear of leaving Indonesia because of that.
Hmm.
But however, we think that we have lived in Indonesia for a long time, and we are safe from earthquake, right? Maybe
All
something
right.
Yeah,
like that,
that's
right?
right. Yeah, that's quite. Have you ever have a big earthquake that broke houses and so on?
uh,
Uh.
I just I just got very rare events of earthquake. Maybe when it happens when I was in elementary school. You know, the earthquake is uh for Cikarang's level. At least it was really higher because I could feel like I was shaken by the earthquake.
Hmm.
And the second, when uh, it happened maybe several months ago when Cianjur was shaken again by the earthquake, and I could feel it.
Oh,
Yeah, just for it,
the
and
same
not
should also
not more.
true for India, right? You
Hmm.
should also.
I mean, it's pretty rare to be honest. I think I never like very like have a big
Earthquake.
enough earthquake big enough to like destroy my house perhaps. Yeah, never that big actually. Yeah.
All
But
right.
could you feel the shake, Randy, or
Well,
nothing else?
yes, Czech is pretty much. I can feel it, of
Okay.
course, sometimes. Maybe rarely, to be honest. I first estimate like the Cianjur earthquake. That is very noticeable to me, to us perhaps, but very rare to be honest.
All right. Okay, guys. I guess it is already Asha right now. So
Yeah,
Rendia,
yeah.
Andra, I guess.
I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much. We've got at the end of our podcast, and yeah, it's pretty good when we can predict of our probability to be used for our beneficial way, right?
Hmm.
And before we discharge, uh, I want to say thank you for Adil that already delivered the speech and content for our meeting. And thank you so much, guys, for your intentions
Hmm.
or attention for our meeting. And yeah, I want to say goodbye.
All right.
Assalamualaikum.
Assalamualaikum Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi
Have
wabarakatuh.
you stopped it then?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
All right, I'm gonna stop this in a couple of minutes.